A young man named Samir was sitting in the middle of a busy city, amidst the sound of horns and hurried footsteps. He was like many others, caught in the relentless whirlwind of modern life. The demands of his job, the never-ending notifications on his phone, and the constant rush left him feeling drained and disconnected from his own self. One day, as if guided by a force beyond his understanding, Samir decided to take a break from the chaos. He embarked on a solo journey, hoping to find solace and meaning in the world outside of his daily routine. He traveled far and wide, visiting serene places and meeting people from diverse backgrounds. His quest for peace led him to the foothills of a tranquil mountain range, where he stumbled upon a hidden gem, a Buddhist temple. The temple seemed to emit an aura of tranquility and wisdom that was unlike anything Samir had ever encountered. The atmosphere was serene, and the air was filled with a sense of calm that immediately drew him in. As he explored the temple grounds, he noticed the monks, clad in saffron robes, moving gracefully through their daily routines. There was an air of contentment about them that Samir found deeply appealing. Intrigued by what he had stumbled upon, Samir decided to stay for a while and learn from the monks. Little did he know that this decision would set the stage for a profound and transformational journey. As the days turned into weeks, Samir became a regular presence at the temple. He was welcomed by the monks, who were known for their warmth and humility. Among them, there was one monk who stood out, Master Bhikkhu. He was an elderly monk with a long white beard and eyes that sparkled with wisdom. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the temple was bathed in the soft glow of lantern light, Samir found himself sitting in front of Master Bhikkhu. The old monk began to speak, his voice carrying the weight of years of experience. "Welcome, young traveler," Master Bhikkhu said with a smile. "I sense that you are searching for something that eludes you in the chaos of the world. I will teach you the 7 things you should do every evening, as taught by the Buddha. These practices will lead you to inner peace, happiness, and spiritual growth." Samir nodded eagerly, his curiosity piqued. He was ready to embark on this journey of self-discovery and transformation. The first practice that Master Bhikkhu introduced to Samir was reflection. In the quietude of the temple, Samir learned the art of introspection and self-awareness. He was given a simple meditation technique to observe his thoughts and emotions without judgment. At first, Samir struggled. His mind was a turbulent sea of thoughts, worries, and anxieties. But with patient guidance from Master Bhikkhu, he began to make progress. Each evening, he would sit in meditation, observing the ebb and flow of his thoughts like leaves floating on a river. As days turned into weeks, Samir noticed a change within himself. He became more aware of his thoughts and emotions, and he learned to let go of the day's worries during his evening reflection. It was as if a burden had been lifted from his shoulders, and a sense of lightness filled his heart. In the second chapter of his journey, Samir delved into the practice of gratitude. Master Bhikkhu taught him the power of being thankful for the simple things in life. Samir was encouraged to express gratitude for the food he ate, the shelter he had, and the people who had touched his life. One evening, as Samir sat down for a humble meal with the monks, he paused to truly savor the flavors and aromas of the food. He felt grateful for the nourishment it provided and for the hands that had prepared it. He began to see beauty in the ordinary, and his heart swelled with appreciation. Master Bhikkhu shared stories of the Buddha, who had expressed gratitude for every meal, no matter how meager. The Buddha's gratitude was not just a formality, but a deep acknowledgement of the interconnectedness of all beings. Samir realized that by cultivating gratitude, he was not only nourishing his own soul, but also fostering a sense of unity with the world around him. Forgiveness, the third practice, presented Samir with a unique challenge. He had to confront his own grudges and resentments, as well as the wounds from his past. Master Bhikkhu shared stories from Buddha's life, illustrating the power of forgiveness and compassion. One evening, as Samir sat in meditation, He found himself revisiting past conflicts and grievances. The weight of anger and resentment had held him captive for too long. With each breath, he began to let go. He forgave those who had wronged him, and most importantly, forgave himself for past mistakes. As Sammi embraced forgiveness, he felt a profound sense of liberation. It was as if he had unshackled himself from chains that had bound him for years. He understood that forgiveness was not a sign of weakness but a path to inner strength and peace. Letting go of attachments and desires became the focus of the fourth chapter of Sammi's journey. In a world that constantly urged him to acquire more, he faced the challenge of releasing his materialistic desires and embracing contentment. Master Bhikkhu guided Sammi through this process, helping him recognize the impermanence of worldly possessions. Sammi began to let go of his attachment to material things, understanding that true happiness was not dependent on external possessions. One evening, as Sammi gazed at the setting sun, he realized the profound truth that had eluded him for so long. He understood that the more he clung to things, the more he suffered. By letting go, he found a sense of freedom and lightness that he had never experienced before. Compassion took center stage in the fifth chapter of Sammi's journey. He learned that true compassion extended not only to those he loved, but to all living beings. Master Bhikkhu shared stories of kindness and selflessness, inspiring Sammi to cultivate a compassionate heart. Sammi began to perform acts of compassion, both within the temple and in the surrounding community. He helped the elderly monks with their daily chores, offered food to stray animals, and listened empathetically to those who sought solace in his presence. With each act of compassion, he felt his heart expand, and a deep sense of fulfillment washed over him. One evening, as he sat by the bedside of an ailing monk, Sammi realized that compassion was not just an emotion, but a transformative force. It had the power to heal wounds, mend broken spirits, and bring solace to those in need. Through compassion, he discovered a profound connection to all living beings, transcending the boundaries of self. Mindfulness became a pivotal practice for Sammi in the sixth chapter of his journey. He learned to be fully present in the moment, savoring the beauty of life's simple pleasures. Master Bhikkhu introduced him to mindfulness meditation, which involved focusing on the breath and observing sensations without judgment. At first, Sammi's mind continued to wander, but he persevered. He practiced mindfulness during his daily activities, from walking to eating, and even while performing mundane tasks. Gradually, he began to experience moments of deep presence and clarity. One evening, as he sat under a Bodhi tree in the temple garden, Sammi felt a profound sense of connection to the world around him. He heard the rustling of leaves, felt the cool breeze on his skin, and watched as a butterfly danced in the golden rays of the setting sun. In that moment, he understood the beauty of life's fleeting moments and the importance of being fully awake to them. In the final chapter of his journey, Sammi reached the culmination of his spiritual quest, inner peace. Through consistent practice of the 7 things every evening, he had transformed himself into a calmer, wiser, and more compassionate individual. Sammi's mind was no longer a turbulent sea, but a serene lake, reflecting the beauty of the world around him. He had learned to reflect, express gratitude, forgive, let go, show compassion, and be mindful. These practices had become an integral part of his daily life, guiding him toward a profound sense of inner peace. One evening, as he sat in meditation, Sammi felt a deep stillness within. It was as if the ripples of his mind had settled, revealing the tranquil depths beneath. He realized that true happiness was not an elusive goal, but a state of being that could be found within oneself. With his heart filled with gratitude, Sammi bid farewell to the temple and the monks who had become his spiritual guides. He returned to the bustling city, but he was no longer the restless and stressed individual he once was. He had undergone a profound transformation, and his newfound wisdom and inner peace radiated from him. Sammi shared his journey with his friends and family, inspiring them to embrace the 7 evening practices. He taught them the importance of reflection, gratitude, forgiveness, letting go, compassion, and mindfulness. He showed them that these practices were not confined to any specific religion, but were universal principles that could lead to a more meaningful and fulfilling life. As time passed, Selma's influence spread far and wide, touching the lives of countless individuals who, like him, sought solace and meaning in the chaos of the modern world. His story became a testament to the transformative power of the 7 things one should do every evening, practices that could lead anyone, regardless of their background, to the path of inner peace and happiness. And so, the story of Selma's journey continued to inspire, reminding us all that in the midst of life's challenges, we can find our own temple of peace within.